Eloisa, one of the things that you and I, Eloisa, and try to soften that S. Tripping over stick from the tree that I cut down the other day. Eloisa. Dang it, that was weak. Eloisa, one of the things that has been working with our relationship, I call it a relationship in earnest, even though we've never met, because we communicate every day, and we have been for so long. So, of course it's a relationship. That's what those are, communication. Thank God I don't have a microphone, or I think you would have picked up that I just farted. And that's not romantic at all. So anyway, we've been wasting time with this intermission. Way too much time. My God, how many hours of intermission are there going to be? So I figured it's time to jump back into Season 2. It's time for Episode 6, where you meet Macho Man and Alabama Savage. You already know, Eloisa. This is for everybody else. You just sit back and enjoy.
Woo! Wow. Hi, Hopswild. How are you? It's good to be here. It's good to be here in one piece. Oh man, let's do a choose your own adventure thing here, because that's what I really intended to do with my set tonight. Is I want to give you the choice. Do you guys, and we're gonna do this the right way, you know, like the audience way or whatever. Even though I could just individually get your votes, I realize. It's not a poorly attended mic. We've got some people here, but you know what I mean. I can talk to you each individually. I know some of your names, and I don't get them right because all white people look alike. But I know your names. Hashtag Itty Bitty City Committee. I saw it. I got it in the paper. Oh man. So yeah, choose your own adventure. We're gonna do this by applause. I've got two stories. There was that time that I peed on the cat. Okay, or. The very true and real fact that I got assaulted on the way to this mic tonight when I was walking to this mic. Okay, so those are your choices. Applause, and remember, clap for only one. Applause for that time that I peed on the cat. Applause for the very true and very real fact that I got assaulted on the way to this mic when I was walking. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, no, that's fine, we'll do that one. I mean, the story about when I peed on the cat, that poor cat, is you met Monkey. Yeah. You were over in the Comedy House Northwest facility, yeah. It was Monkey. I peed on Monkey.
I pet that cat.
It's terrible.
I hope they washed it. Was it like right before I came over?
We have not washed him since, no. And it was months before, but no, we have not washed him since. I can't tell you about it, they don't want me to. They told me, no, I can't. I would tell you about it, but I can't.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later, like real people or something, yeah. I do an impression of a real person. We won't do that now. I was going to tell you a story. I put my, okay, so like I work for a software company, and so like I bring my laptop everywhere. I packed it up in a backpack, and I bring the guitar to the open mic because, you know, you guys do music and stuff. So I brought the guitar, and I've got all this stuff strapped on me, and you know, I'm walking. And I just moved into 5 Points. I moved to the Comedy House facility, which, if you Google Comedy House Explained, you'll see a little video. It explains what the hell that's about. But I moved the Comedy House facility to 5 Points recently, and so I'm leaving from 5 Points, and I'm right there at the butthole of 5 Points, where all the intersections, the butthole of 5 Points, and there's that pharmacy, Probst Pharmacy, that, you know, it's a nice local, shop local. I'm doing what I do, and I get a pack of cigarettes because drugs, and I'm coming out, and like I'm still all strapped up and whatnot, and some old lady is coming into the pharmacy, and she's like, "Oh, nice guitar, do you play?" And you know, obviously what you want to say is, "Yeah, of course I fucking do. What do you mean? I'm gonna drag this thing all over town?" And no, I don't play it. I'm hoping to learn someday. I'm gonna drag this around Huntsville until I know how to play. But I didn't say that, obviously. You know, I was like, yes, I do. I'm headed to a mic. And she was like, "Oh, that's pleasant." She goes inside. And then I have that moment that drug addicts do as, you know, I'm taking the cellophane off my pack and taking the foil out of the pack. And then, yeah, that's the beautiful thing. Mark Maron, you guys are familiar with Mark Maron, I assume. Mark Maron, he says that, you know, the beauty of, you know, like, he feels sorry in a certain sense for anybody who isn't addicted to drugs, because they don't have that joy, that pure feeling of joy of getting something that they want just so bad, and then feeling that feeling over and over and over again for like the rest of their life. You know, like nobody gets that joy. So I'm having that joy right there. It's like I just opened a fresh pack of cigarettes and I'm pulling a cigarette out and I'm like, yay, drugs. And I start walking and I see a guy that I could only describe as like, if you took Macho Man Randy Savage and you wrapped him in flannel and denim and then you got him like piss drunk on Budweiser. I call this guy like Macho Man Alabama Savage, okay? I see this guy, and you know what, that's not fair to Budweiser. I owe Budweiser this because they gave me beads on Mardi Gras, and thank you, Budweiser. And thank you, Bud Light, also, because they also gave me beads. I don't know if they're two separate financial entities. I just know that I'm obligated to show them my tits. I'll tweet it to them later. I'm sorry, that was side business there. But Macho Man Alabama Savage comes out of a car. I'm enjoying my cigarette. I'm just like, yay, I love life. And he's charging me like a rhino, okay? This dude is just like, ugh, and he's saying things, and I'm like, and it's not, ooh, yeah, dig it, like I expect. No, he was not telling me to snap into a Slim Jim, or whatever it is you eat here in Alabama, but snap into a boiled peanut. I don't know what it is you do. I'm still learning. I've only been here a couple of years. But Macho Man Alabama Savage is charging me like a rhino, and what he's saying out of his mouth is, "What'd you say to my mother?" Holy crap, guys. I'm still a little shaken about it. Like, this happened on the way here, okay? The only person I've told about this is the cashier at the Dodges, because I have no family that's willing to speak with me right now, all right? This guy is charging me saying, "What did you say to my mother?" And I'm like, I don't know who this guy's mother is, and I have no idea what's going on. All I know is I am stuck in Huntsville, Alabama, and a redneck man who looks like Macho Man Randy Savage is charging me like a rhino, yelling about his mother. And so I back against the wall here, and this guy has now reached me, and he's in my face. He is inches from my face, yelling like a drill sergeant about what did I say to his mother, and I best not be talking to his mother. He prefers that I don't talk to his mother, and I'm not interested in talking to his mother. I didn't even know I had spoken to his mother. This guy obviously loves his mother a lot. And he's still very angry with it. His friend is catching up now, and his friend is like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, man. He's drunk, man." I'm like, well, that doesn't help me. He's still right at my face and screaming very loudly in my face about what I've done to his mother. And at this point, okay, some things about me. I'm a pacifist. When pushed, to a certain degree, I eventually, I'll do something, but it really takes a lot. It takes like 3 hours of telling me to kill myself before I smack you in the face. I know that's a different story. We're not going to talk about it now. That one's a deep one. We won't even get close. Macho Man Alabama Savage here, he doesn't know I'm a pacifist, so he doesn't know that he's not getting into a fight, but he wants to bash my face in it. And so my response, I like to diffuse things with humor. I know this guy's not hearing anything coming out of my mouth right now, So I know that humor is only going to get him closer to punching me in the face. But if I'm going to get beaten to death in Huntsville, Alabama, if that's going to be the end of my life, I'm going out fun. So this guy's in my face, and I'm thinking in my mind, why is he trying to touch penises with me? This is, if you want to fight me, back up a little and make a fist. The fact that you're this close into my personal space makes me feel like somewhere deep down in your psyche you want to make love. So I sit, this man who is screaming in my face just moments ago, I say to the man, in the voice of the guy from King of the Hill, Dale, I say, "Kiss him." This did not go over well. He was not very satisfied with that response. He's just going ballistic, and I'm now backing away. I'm like, all right, I've had my fun. I gotta get the fuck out of here. And the guy's still screaming at me that you gotta go, you gotta get out of here. I'm like, that's what I'm doing. I'm leaving. And that's when it dawns on me why he's mad. Because he says out of his mouth, "You were asking my mother for money." And I'm like, oh, holy shit, this guy thinks I'm homeless. And it's like, so now I'm about 10, 15 feet away from the guy and I am disengaging. But he is, now that I know why he's mad at me, and the fact that I'm the former #1 homeless comedian in Huntsville, Alabama, and that I do charity shows for the homeless community, and that I've shaken hands with the chief of police, like I'm a dude in this town that is known for being homeless, all right? Like I was on TV with the owner of the Rose of Sharon Soup Kitchen. Like I'm a guy, and homelessness is my shtick. And this dude's like, "Hey, you fucking homeless guy," and I'm like, "Hey, whoa! I was homeless in 2014, man. Like, no, I'm not homeless anymore. Hey, wait, hold the fucking phone." I start yelling at the guy, which is not a good idea for a pacifist. That's not something you should do. You should never re-engage. But that's what I did. I re-engaged with the guy because now I'm pissed off. Now I'm like, oh wait, you wanted to beat up a homeless man because he asked your mother for change? How much do you want to have sex with your mother and or the homeless man? What's going on here in your mind? In your tiny little mind. Okay, so this guy, I'm walking away at this point, and he's still screaming at me that I need to leave, and I'm like, yes, that's what I'm doing, and I yell at him, "You should come see me at a show. I do shows." It was weird. I promoted myself as I was fleeing this assault at the butthole of 5 Points. I am sick. I'm a sick human being. Like I said, I was stripping for cigarettes last night. I am clearly an entertainer, and that's not a good thing to say about yourself. It's not a thing to aspire to. You're all fucking idiots. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I was just being honest.
Oh, we already know.
Okay, as long as you know. Oh, thank God you know. God, the ones that don't know and think that they are going to make, like, this is my chance, I'm going to break it at the end zone tonight, like, God, help us all. I've spoken to some of them. Hashtag itty bitty city committee. So this guy's just like trying to like bash my face in today. I'm like, what? Just for existing. If I see the guy again, I have my plan because I have a severe mental illness, okay? It's a borderline personality disorder. It's very complicated. A lot of people have it. More people than you know have it, Okay, like, all the shit that inspired that poetry? Borderline personality disorder. I would give you, like, I'd be willing to bet. Volatile relationships. That's what it's about. Emotions that are, like, dialed up Spinal Tap style to 11. That's what it's about. I have borderline personality disorder, which makes me a very manipulative person. I can manipulate people into thinking it's their idea to do stuff. I can make a stranger cry in the first 3 minutes of knowing them. I am good at manipulating emotions. That's what I do. So if I see this man again, I'm going to approach him and ask him if he remembers that moment. And once I can get him to remember that moment, one of two things is going to happen. I am either going to make him cry, or he's probably going to lose it and punch me in the face. Either way, I win. Because it's like, I'll sue the crap out of him, I don't want to buy a second guitar or a laptop that's lighter than that thing. Oh. Okay, so the saddest thing about that whole thing? I got so paranoid that this dude assaulted me in the butthole of 5 Points in Huntsville, Alabama. I was walking, I got a little lost. I started walking the wrong direction from the mic for a minute, and then once I got reoriented, I hit California Street, and I saw a wrench in the gutter. I picked that wrench up. I'm a pacifist. I'm not going to do anything with the wrench but like wave it around and be like, I might be a plumber, But I picked it up because I had just gotten assaulted moments ago. It's in my backpack. I mean no harm. I'm scared right now. My God, I am alone. I am utterly, completely alone in the deep South where I've never been in my life except for the last 3 years now. I used to make the joke, I woke up in Alabama. Again! It keeps happening. At this point, that joke's getting old. It's been over 800 consecutive days. I don't know. Today's just been rough, I guess is what I'm saying.
You're gonna play a song?
Yeah, we're gonna play it out.
Yes!
We're gonna go a little less silly, Oh man, I gotta work on that, Missy. Missy Elliott follows me on Twitter. No shit, it's true. And I love Missy so much. I told you the story. Why I connect with her, you know. But you know what got it? Okay, and people are like, how do I use Twitter? I don't understand Twitter. What got her to follow me on Twitter, she's followed by 2.8 million people, and she follows 8,000 and change. You know, so it's an honor. It is an honor to be followed by her. But what really got the follow was flattery. I tweeted out, you know, I saw her tweet about WTF, and which is her song, Where Are They From? You know, hashtag WTF. And I said to her, because one of their imaging phrases for that is hashtag futuristic, you know, because it's a line in the song. And because her songs are so timeless. Work It. You listen to Work It right now, it's a very old song. It sounds current, you know. Her music is so futuristic, you know, that it sounds like it matches the time no matter what the time is. And so I tweeted out, man, you are going to be long dead, you know, before your music gets dated, you know, something like that. And she was like, you were right, follow. And, you know, and it's changed my life. People follow me on Twitter just because they think that I'm related, because my last name's Elliott. I'm not sure if you checked my complexion lately. My goodness. Guys, I'm sorry. This has been weird. This happens every time. You know, I want to connect with an audience, you know, it's the borderline thing. It's I just want to pull you in, I just push you away. You know, that's inappropriate. Let me end with a song. In the morning sun, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you so many things about how much I really love you, about how much you really mean. So far away, but it's so easy to see you. When I'm away, when I'm putting my arms around you. And I wanna know, do you feel the same way? 'Cause if you do, I wanna stay forever. And I wanna know, do you feel the same way? 'Cause if you do, I wanna stay forever with you. So many colors. You know what? Let me stop that for a second. I'm not talking about you. Just because I have a friend request outstanding on Facebook and you haven't answered it, I'm not talking about you, okay? Talking about the whole audience. The whole audience. Travis. I am more sexually attracted to Travis than I am you. I don't know you. I don't know who you are, so I don't know where you get off assuming that this song is about you. You know what? You're a little full of yourself. I don't appreciate that attitude. Oh my God, all those things were happening in my head. And you did not give any indication. I am sorry. Okay, like I said, borderline personality disorder. I'm sorry. Okay. So many colors that surround you. Some so bright I can hardly see. The light reflects on all the things that make you real. Things that make you truly free. You're so far away, and it's so easy to see you. When I'm away, I wanna put my arms around you. Too close to the audience and the mic stand. And I wanna know, do you feel the same way? 'Cause if you do, I wanna stay forever. And I wanna know, do you feel great. I, on the other hand, have been Joel Elliott.
You know what? I'm not from around here. I'm not from around here, as I think I mentioned. But, you know, I'm here now. I'm here now, and I like Rocket City. I do. I like Huntsville. I was from up all the way up here. Now I'm stuck all the way down here. I was up here. I was down there. I want to be in Italy. That's all the way over there. You can't even see Italy from here. Look at that. Look at that. Can't even see it from here. That's how far away it is. I don't expect you to get me to Italy, you know? Like, I'm not trying to do that, but I'm having a film screening for this film, alright? 20% of the proceeds are going to go to the Rosa Sharon Soup Kitchen, because they gave me a jacket when I was homeless in 2014, and I need to pay them back. That's going to be next week. Look for the details. I'll give you the details. Please come. I had a private screening for this film, and nobody showed up. If we do that in public, it's going to be so sad. I mean, it's fine. You know what? You don't have to show. Don't let me tell you what to do, Rocket City. It's just you say you support your artist around here, and I made a film! So show up! Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being snippy. It's because I'm not over in this area. I'm in this area. And it's still disorienting and confusing for me. Okay? I'd much rather be down here. Down, like, over. I know somebody over here. Well, I know somebody over here, too. That'd be fun. There's some people over... You know what? I got some decisions to make. But come to the film screening next week. It's going to be for charity. Some. 20% of the door will go to charity. And the rest of it, we're trying to, you know, pay for the fact that we're making a film. And we're trying to eat. Okay? It's art. I mean, look, if you got a real job, talk to me. Stuckinhuntsville@gmail.com. That's a real address. Email me.